All right, let's get right into it. These are for the regular season, 82 games. 3-point percentage at 3-point success is at 60, layup success is at 55, dunking traffic 55, dunking traffic success 45, pass speed is at 57. You know, we have the contact at 45, the release is at 45. As far as the ability, that's all straight, but the on-ball defense at 45, the awareness, offense at 55, defense at 45. The rebounding is low in the 30s and 40s. Take 3-point shots is up in the 80. It's at an 80. Attack baskets at a 65. The low post is in the 30s. Both of them low post player and look for post shots. And the shooting fouls at 80. Loose balls at 70. Illegal screen 70, 35, 75, 40. Just speed with and without the ball, really. User and computer, the exact same thing. I'm going through it, but you can have the information. Also, if you guys want to download the settings, just let me know. I have the description. I have the info in the description for downloading it and for creating it yourself. This is just more of an overview. Then we get into playoff settings. Playoff settings, pretty much almost the same thing, but the defense is a little bit more bumped up because in the 82 game season, you know, things really don't matter as much, but you see a little bit more 50s as far as the release on layups, jump shots. There's still a 45 up there. On ball defense is at a 50. The rest of that is the same. Looking for post players at a 30 instead of a 25. And the reaching fouls at a 55, shooting fouls at a 75. You know, things are a little bit further down as far as the fouls. Same thing on the user side. You can really tell the difference if you play like a lot of the games in the regular season and then start playing the playoff games. There's definitely somewhat of a difference of a feel, especially the body sensitivity as far as bumping up with players and stuff like that. It starts to get more physical in the playoffs, which it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Then you get to the finals, as far as the conference finals and the NBA finals. This is the settings for those, which is pretty much almost the playoff settings, honestly. It's almost the same thing, but there's a few bit more fillers as far as defense right there. There is no 45s. You know, it's just 50. The pass accuracy was up 55. I don't know if y'all saw that. Yeah, there's no real deficiencies. Defensive awareness is at a 50 instead of a 45. The alley-oops are down to a 40 just because, you know, there's no plan. And then shooting foul, once again, down to a 70s. They're letting them play a little bit more. It's getting more physical, getting more crazy towards the rim. So, yeah, you're definitely going to tell the finals and how desperate it's going to get between the playoff settings and the final settings. I didn't do this one before, but I will do this one because 2K23 does need somewhat of a fixing. It's the simulation one, man. Simulation possessions per game is up 60, but assists are down 45, okay? The rest you can put at 50. Dunks up 55. Shot medium 40. Shot 3, 80. Right? Dunk percentage 55. 3-point percentage 47. That's important because you can't let them do too much. Offensive rebounding 30, defensive 40, assist distribution 40. Those are really important when it comes to the stats. Just to make sure everything is distributed correctly and not just centered around one person, which it kind of does if you just kind of leave it to its own devices. So what you're looking at here is the All-Star Weekend settings. It's pretty much the same offensively here, except you got the dunk and traffic frequency all the way up to 95. Dunk and traffic success. Everything is 0 except the layup strength for the takeoff and the layup shoot defense for the takeoff also, or the gather, I guess. All at 5. It's nothing crazy, but no defense. On ball defense done. Keeping the stealing and blocking though, so you can have some defensive highlights still, just in case, get a steal on a fast break, get a crazy alley-oop. Speaking of 95, alley-oops at 95, attempt dunking at 55, contest shots at a 0, fouls at a 0, except shooting fouls at 15, just in case people want to get all frisky, and a loose ball at 5. But other than that, it's the same thing for the computer, so you can have somewhat of the same experience on the court. Yeah, there you go. So it's just a lot of fun, really. And you're just looking at it. Dunking ability at a 55, so you can do a little bit more. People have more reigns to do, and that's where you get the crazy dunks. I've had crazy dunks in the All-Star game. That's how you get them. So what you're looking at here is the same thing, except it's the fourth quarter. So if you do have a tight game in the fourth quarter in the All-Star weekend, this is how you can do it. 25, 25, 25, 25, all the way down to a 10 for that was help defense. On-ball defense at a 25 once again. Just more 25s. Throwing alley-oops down to a 75 is a little bit less playing. It was at a 95 in the other quarters. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 25 for the shooting foul. Loose ball 15, just because things might get a little bit more reckless. But we're not really here trying to call regular season type calls in games and stuff like that. This is still the All-Star game, so there's still leeway. But just reining in on the intensity just a little bit, right? So if you do have a tight game in the fourth quarter of an All-Star weekend, that is how you can end it. So you can feel like your stars wanted to win just a little bit more. So right here, dunking ability. So right here, you need 3-point success at 75 and the dunking ability at a 85, right? That's how you do All-Star Weekend 3-point contest, All-Star Weekend dunk contest. That is how you do it properly. And that's it. That's all the settings you can have for NBA 2K23. See y'all in the WNBA.